Eat stress-free this summer with Factor's delicious, never frozen, ready-to-eat meals. Chef-crafted, dietitian-approved, and ready to eat in just 2 minutes. Choose from a weekly menu of 35 options, including Calorie Smart, Keto, Protein Plus, or Vegan Veggie. Also, discover more than 60 add-ons every week, like breakfast, on-the-go lunch, snacks, and beverages to help you stay fueled and feel good all day long. Factor has cut down on grocery trips and cooking, which has opened up a lot of free time for me to get all my work done. It's fast and easy. What are you waiting for? Get started today and fuel up. Head to factor75.com or click the link below and use code GEEKDOM50, GEEKDOM50 to get 50% off your first Factor box and 20% off your next month of orders. That's code GEEKDOM50 at factor75.com to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month of orders. I thank them for sponsoring this video. Since they finally decided to start pushing Dragon Ball Daima, it's time for us to start talking about Dragon Ball Daima. Now, I'm not going to be putting out a ton of videos just yet until we get more information, and as the information filters in, I'll be bringing you all the news that's coming up for the series, so make sure that you are subscribed and have all notifications enabled, because all future videos are going to be discussing Daima, Super, and Sparking Zero, at least for now. If a movie gets announced down the road or something like that, we'll go to that. But for right now, the content will be all about that. But for this video in particular, I want to actually do some theory crafting, because really, there's no time like the present to begin talking about Dragon Ball Daima theories. Now that we have some information that's come out, such as the premise of the Demon Realm, the Demon King, and the Demonic Civil War, plus the new Majin Buu copycat, I want to discuss what I think is going to happen in Dragon Ball Daima. This is just a theory. None of this is spoilers or inside information. However, if you want some of that, please check out the previous videos I did discussing what we know about Daima so far, including the information about the Demon Realm and the Demon King and that premise, so that you'll understand. I think that if you study the way Toriyama does stories, especially modern Toriyama, a lot of the Dragon Ball Super manuscripts, a lot of the stuff we saw in the manga, and even the movies tend to follow somewhat of a similar formula. And while Dragon Ball Daima will break some of that formula, in other ways, I think it'll stay the same. And I'll explain what I mean here in just a moment. I believe that as Goku, the Supreme Kai, and their new companions, because remember, way back in September, when we first broke the story of this show ever even happening, I spoke that there are going to be new allies joining Goku on his adventure, not just the Z fighters of old. New people, and as of this video, they have not been introduced yet as far as who they are or what they're going to do. I believe that these new members of the cast are going to be demons in the Demon Realm that are peaceful. Remember, we discussed in the past that the Demon Realm does not have all bad people in it. The Demon Realm is not hell. There are peaceful demons and there are bad demons. And I think that'll be part of how Toriyama will play with the story of Dragon Ball Daima. I think that by the end, it's going to get revealed that the Makaio Shin that stands next to the new Demon King, that this character, first of all, is a Makaio Shin. I believe very strongly that it is, and the only reason why I haven't done a video straight up telling you that is because I haven't gotten 100% confirmation. And I would rather play on the safe side and just tell you I'm pretty sure it is than say 100% it is. But I do believe that this Makaio Shin is going to betray the next in line to become the Demon King. I think that when all is said and done and all these adventures come to an end, whatever the final battle is, probably involving Goku, hopefully it bleeds onto the mortal realm so we can have the rest of the cast get involved, because that would be great. Or maybe the reverse of that, where the Dragon Team, or as we know them in later parts of Dragon Ball, the Z Fighters, actually go to the Demon Realm at some point and work with Goku to help him resolve the problem. I think that the secret final boss has not been revealed yet. I don't even believe we're going to see who this final boss is until maybe the middle or near the end of the series. Toriyama loves to do this. He loves to do stories where you don't know who the final boss is, while also doing stories where you do right from the beginning. For example, the Piccolo arc and the Frieza arc, you know who the villain is. But if you're starting off the Majin Buu arc, you don't find out what's going on until the middle of a tournament when the Supreme Kai spills all the information. Very similarly with the Cell Saga. It starts off as the Android Saga with a premonition from the future that eventually leads to Android showing up, which leads to Cell showing up, being the ultimate android, achieving perfection, and becoming the final boss. I think Daima, with its emphasis on lore building and exploration, I think that this series will do the same. I think Goku and even the Supreme Kai don't know what's in store for them. Let's not forget that in the guidebooks it states that the Supreme Kais, the Kaioshin, do not know much about the Demon Realm. The Demon Realm has been a mystery in Dragon Ball going back decades, ladies and gentlemen, and now finally Toriyama's going to dump all of the information on us with this new series. I think that whether the series ends up having multiple arcs or one big arc, I think this Demon Realm storyline is going to eventually end where the demons are going to have to choose sides, and some are going to choose the side of the quote-unquote secret final boss, while others will pick the side of the Demon King, or at least the rightful heir to the throne of the Demon King. I don't think he's the final villain. In fact, by the end of the series, I think he's going to be one of Goku's friends, companions, whatever you want to call it, because that always happens in Dragon Ball. Haven't you noticed? Look at Broly, the Gammas, Beerus, even Granola. These characters all end up being friends with Goku. Now, there are exceptions, like Moro, for example, and Cell never really came back. Not the original Cell anyways, but most of the time, people end up turning good. I don't think the Demon King is even the real villain. I think he's being manipulated, and like we discussed in the spoilers, there's a conspiracy to overthrow him. And I think Goku is probably going to, at some point, find out about this conspiracy and take his side, because if the rules were already set in place for him to be the Demon King, conspiring to kill him is a mistake. And I think we're going to get revealed is that the curse that gets put on Goku to make him into a kid again is a ploy by the evil demons to get Goku to go to the Demon Realm to kill the Demon King, framing him as being the one who did it. There's going to be a lot of betrayal and a lot of sort of loose alliances in this series, which is really the most exciting thing so far for me, is finding out about that kind of stuff. But I think that by the end, that little guy from the trailer will end up on Goku's side. Goku will eventually overthrow the villain, and with friends, hopefully others get involved. It's not just the Goku show. I would assume not. And then after that, the Demon King will end up being an ally to Goku and possibly somebody we see down the line for a future Dragon Ball project. You have to remember that even though Daima is Toriyama's last project, there may have been plans or at least ideas bandied about what happens after. And if Goku makes friends with somebody in the Demon Realm, they could end up being an ally for him in the future for a future story arc, whether it be Super or something after End of Z or whatever we get down the road. We might see these demonic entities actually join forces with Goku against a bigger threat down the road. That's a recurring theme in Dragon Ball, that Goku gets people to love him, and even demons are going to end up loving Goku. And that's really Toriyama's, to me, that really is Toriyama's message to the world with the character of Goku. Competition is good, treat people with kindness and forgiveness, and you can gain many, many friends. Do me two quick favors. Comment down below what your theory is for the story of Dragon Ball Daima and the Demon Realm, and also give me your thoughts on my theory here. Super early theory for Dragon Ball Daima. New information may come out that just erases all of it, and that's okay because it's still fun to speculate, and it always has been. Have a great one. And if you enjoyed this video, here are some more Dragon Ball Daima content that you must watch.